to talk about.
Yeah, right? Plenty. Okay, so my name is Justin, and we are in Gina's cohort in the Arcanum. She is our master, so we're doing an apprentice hangout for basically a meet and greet and say hi to everyone, meet the people who are involved. Some of the people that are involved couldn't make it because they're in different parts of the country, so the people who are able to make it are at different parts of the world. So the people who are make it are here. So we're going to go through, introduce ourselves, and then later on the show our work and where you can find us and different things like that. So first, we're going to start off with our master, Gina. She has a time restraint because she's visiting family, so we're going to let her go first.
Great,
Gina?
thank you, Justin. So yes, I'm Gina Degirolamo. I am one of the masters in the Arcanum, and this is my first cohort with you guys. And I'm just really psyched that you have put this together, Justin. This is exactly what the Arcanum is about. It's about not only a relationship between the master and apprentice, but about the relationship between the apprentices as well, and building community, in addition to the love of photography and wanting to expand your goals. So this is great that you guys took the initiative right off the bat. It tells me that we're going to have a really active cohort, and the more active the cohort is, the more everybody benefits from it. So I encourage you guys to, just keep doing that. I'm not going to go into too much detail about myself because we all on the call pretty much know my background, and but just to want you to know that I'm actively creating as we go. There's guidelines that the Arcanum puts out for us, but basically it's kind of an anything goes situation. So you guys can help with me to create this how you want it to be, individually and as a group. So whatever group discussions you want to hold, and decide if there's things that you would like us to go towards in a direction as a group, that's great. I'm open to it. And I announced this morning that we will start, opening the floodgate to the level. So I'm not going to be holding any levels back after today. This week I'll start. Everybody who's at level 2 will start and go into level 3, and then just as you progress, we'll just keep going. And my other thought is that, as we go along, since this is really the core right now, it could be several weeks before we get more people and, that want to join and really be a part of it. So I just want us to stay conscious as we move along to also keep an eye open for the newcomers and really welcome them in. And we'll have more group hangouts aside from just your one-on-ones. And also this week and the next couple weeks, it's getting comfortable with the tools that we have to use with Google Plus and our forms of communication is just really important. So I want to focus on that foundation of getting us all comfortable with that, because in the long run, it's just going to be a tool that we're going to use, and the more you get comfortable with it now, the easier it's going to be to grow in the Arcanum. So I think that's about it for me for now. So why don't we move on to your next guest, Justin?
All right. Thank you, Gina. Sherry.
Hi.
You're on the spot. You just joined. So basically what we're doing is just going around, introducing ourselves, telling each other a little bit about us, and yeah, so
Okay.
you're up.
I apologize if the video or the sound is not awesome. This is a borrowed webcam until I can get one of my own.
It works good.
I don't know, has everyone else introduced themselves yet, or?
Nope, Gina was first, and it was going to be Carl, but looks like he went to go make a sale, and so you popped up in his place, so.
Okay. I don't know what information to tell necessarily. I'm Sherry LaPrade. I live in Charleston area, South Carolina. I am a graphic designer by trade. I work for a really large church. It's about 3,500 members. We have a school and a preschool that I do all the graphic design for as well, so I stay very busy during the week. My sister and I run a wedding stationery invitation business on the side as well, so I'm very much involved in design and stationery and printing and that whole world. So I am very much interested in photography. I haven't been able to pursue it as much as I wanted to so far, but this is definitely a step in that direction for me. So I'm very excited to be here. Any other information I can provide?
No, just whatever you feel, just saying. Because after this, we're gonna go back. Once everyone introduces themselves, we're gonna come around and show work. And so, if you have a website or anything like that you want to show or talk about, then we'll get back around to that once we get everyone else introduced. Once Carl makes his money and then comes back. But thank you, Sherry. So we'll move on to BJ. They'll introduce herself.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is BJ Reed, and I'm a retired fire captain for CAL FIRE, and 26 years in the fire service, and it was a very rewarding career, and I am very happily to be retired from such an arduous job, but it was, like I said, very rewarding. I am also an accomplished artist in the medium of Chinese brush painting and Chinese calligraphy. I've been to China 3 times to study with master teachers at the China Academy of Art International College, and those were really good places of study. We went for a month at a time into Hangzhou, China, which is a small town of about 8 million people, and the campus resided next to this beautiful, they call it West Lake, and it's just an amazingly beautiful place. It's the end of the road where Marco Polo went on the Silk Road to China. So a lot of history there as far as that's concerned. It's touted as being one of the most beautiful cities in China. And it was just an amazing experience to be immersed in the culture and learn the medium while I was there. I've been interested in photography for as long as I can remember. Although my photography skills I consider still at the beginner level, just because I haven't really learned the techniques in composition, shutter speeds, f-stops, all that stuff is foreign to me. But I have had the opportunity to hang out with Gina a little bit went to a few of her Video Quest adventures, and started learning how to use my iPhone for video and things like that. And I have a small business in which I sell preparedness needs, and so the videos that I've created for that business have been very helpful, and Gina's tutelage in that area has been really amazing. So that's kind of a side business that I do, and that I just totally enjoy. And I'm just really excited to be here in the Arcanum to learn from all of you the fine finesse of photography. So that's kind of where I'll start and leave it at that. And just to let you guys know, I got a little bit of a delay here, probably a 1 or 2 second delay. So if you have trouble hearing me, that's probably why. Thanks.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's a little bit of delay, but I mean, you sound fine. Just your audio and your video are just behind, but we hear you just fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, and so I mean, everyone, for beginner-wise, I think everyone here is some sort of a beginner, and that's the benefit of different people in a cohort. I think is you have, like me, I like HDR. I know Carl shoots bracketed, and there's other people probably going to join that have that, but then other people have expertise in another area that I have no knowledge of, that we can all feed off each other. So I mean, I might be a little bit more advanced in HDR, but a complete novice in something else. And so working together and having different people will definitely help bring more expertise to a broader, I guess, art. So, Carl, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I was getting ready to say goodbye to a couple of the folks there that were leaving the gallery, and I clicked the mute. When I clicked mute, it went away. It just disappeared. How that happened?
Yeah. All right. Well, you're technically up. Sherry said her thing. She took your place, and now you're back. So you're up.
Well, I missed Sherry's introduction, but hi, Sherry. You dropped in while I was out in the ether there somewhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know why. To get back into it, I kept clicking on the the video links and so forth, and it wouldn't bring me in. It kept saying click allow, and I couldn't find an allow button. Finally went back in browser history, and where I was in the Hangout, and that brought me back to it somehow. So I don't know. I'm not real familiar with these. This is new to me, so we'll work our way through it. But obviously, as you guys can see in the background, I'm in the gallery today, this Image City Photography Gallery in Rochester, New York. And I'm on duty today from noon to 4, so noon to 4 Eastern time, I've got about 45 more minutes, and I have to go outside and take the flags down and lock the front door. I don't have to. I could leave it open, obviously, and sometimes we do that. I've had quite a few people in the gallery today. In fact, I'm looking at my little tally sheet down here, and it looks like I've had 24 people through the gallery today, so that's pretty busy people. Right at the moment, I have no one in here. I spin this computer around a little bit and let you see a little bit more of the gallery while we're taking a look there. You can see what it looks like as I'm having to spin the entire computer on the desk around here to do that. So if it falls off and lands on the floor, we'll know what happened if I'm suddenly off the air again. So there we are. Anyway, I'm retired. Lived here in upstate New York since 2008. I was in the airline industry for like 30 years and traveled and lived all over the country and the world. And retired a few years ago and met my wife and moved from Las Vegas, which was my adopted hometown. You've probably heard me mention that in some of the chats, some of the conversations. Left Las Vegas and moved up here to upstate New York and just love it up here. It's beautiful. I love the low-angle light that we have in the winter. I can shoot pretty much all day long, which is just wonderful. So having a great time. I'm a partner in the gallery, and this is my full-time occupation now. My full-time occupation, I guess, is retirement. How's that?
That's good. All right. So I guess it's I'm last. My name's Justin. I live in Southern California, Moreno Valley area. I'm young, so I mean I haven't done anything for a long time. I change my job seems like every 2 years because I get bored of it. So I've done car sales, I've done retail. Right now I'm selling solar. I've done Wendy's, gas stations. So I mean I've done a ton of different things, but I get bored. So that's why I like photography. Is I'm continuously interested in it. Just don't make any money for it. I did weddings for a while, but I'm not a big fan of weddings because of the people. And so I love doing landscapes more because I don't have to control. I'm much more of a candid shooter instead of a posing shooter. And landscape just is there. I don't have to tell it to do anything. I'm married for 6 years. I got 3 girls, 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and an almost 5-month-old. So I got a 2-year. I try to get in a 2-year gap between all of them. Been shooting for a boy, but I keep on getting all the girls. So I'm happy with that. Besides that, I mean, I've done photography for about 4 years or so. Started with the D3000, then went up to the 7000, then got the D800, and then I had the A7. And I've just moved up in the line. But then I kind of got away from photography for a while, so I sold some of my gear. I still have a bunch of octaboxes and stuff for lighting, but camera gear-wise, I have nothing left. All I have is my iPhone, and so I plan on getting another camera. I'm just waiting until the rumored A9 Sony comes out, and then that'll probably be my next camera. But besides that, it's a little bit about me. I'm young, so I don't got exciting stories. I can't do art. I can draw stick figures, but I can't paint. So that's something that BJ can take care of because I'm terrible at it. So yeah, that's it about me. Does anyone have any questions for anyone that has spoken?
I just had a question on how you went about setting up the Hangout. What is the process in setting this up?
Well, you create an event, and in the event it asks what kind of event that you want to do. And so I chose Hangout. And okay, hi, hello. Okay, hi. Okay, hi. She distracted me. And so then once it's all set up, then you do. Quiet. she once you create the Hangout, so you go to the Hangouts page because you go on the left where you see communities, you see events, Hangouts, etc. You click on the Hangouts tab, and then you can on the page it says Start a Hangout. And so you start a Hangout. It says, do you want to start now? Do you want to start later? And so that's when you want to start it. And so you
I can't
okay.
do like that.
You gotta be quiet. Daddy's
I can't do like
okay. Go play. Go. Daddy's talking. You gotta be quiet. Okay. No, you're not talking right now. We're not singing. She likes to set up the microphone and sing into it, so she thinks that's what we're doing. Okay. So once you start it, then all you do is you set up your invite for the people you want to join. And so I just have my circle of Arcanum people, and so I just selected those people, and then it sent out all the invites. And then this will start up, and at the bottom, when you're the main person, it has a broadcast, start broadcast and stop it. And so I didn't start it until everyone was set up and ready, and then I started, and it started recording.
Okay.
So once it's recorded, then I just take that and it'll publish into the community so everyone can see this. But it's relatively simple to start up. Yeah, it's just on the Hangouts page. If you go on the Hangouts and it shows it. But what I did is I just created an event inside of it and then started a new.
Okay. Because I noticed on the tab settings in our little cohort, Gina actually put an event tab down there, and I clicked on it. It said this is where you would have a hangout or something like that. So maybe in the future we should put it in the event tab. And I think it would be great for each one of us to set one of these up and do it if we haven't done it in the past.
Yeah, when I created the Hangout, it had the event tab, but it wouldn't let me put the event in that article.
Oh, okay.
It only showed like 0 through 9, 10 through up, and so that's why I put it in general.
Okay.
But maybe it's changed since then, but all I know is it wouldn't let me put it in there. It might now, or I can save this to that, but yeah, so I saw that events. But yeah, I think we should do one of these even when Gina doesn't have time because, I mean, she's a full-time master and photographer and videographer, so whenever you want to set one up, it's just like this. I just ask people what day works best, what time works best, and then we can just hang out.
Yeah, I think once a week would be good. Get everybody on board to do one of these once a week, and try and coordinate with the other folks around the country, and just pick a day and do it.
Yeah, because a few of them responded saying that they want to, they just didn't have time to set up for it, and so maybe a weekday might be a little bit better in the evening time. It all just depends. But if it's evening for us in California, say it's like 5 o'clock for us, it's 8 o'clock in the East Coast, and so it's all over the world. It depends on where they're at. I think where one of the take off the screen, but one of them it's like 5 o'clock at night over there right now. I forgot where she lived, but yeah. So that's the hardest part is when everyone's around the world, set up the right time. But yeah, once a week.
Yeah.
Because then we can just talk about how each other's are going. If they have questions on certain things, then we can just do hangouts like this just to touch up.
Yeah. I wanted to say that I really appreciated yours and Carl's.
Yes, excuse me for a minute. I have somebody coming in the gallery here. Pardon me.
Okay.
Okay. Can you lock it?
Yeah, I just wanted to express my appreciation for you and Carl doing your tutorial on how you compose your 2B shot, and it was really helpful for me because I don't know anything about Photoshop. I just got into it last week for the first time, so I have Photoshop Elements, which has a lot of features that I need to learn, and so it was really cool. And I know some people are using Lightroom, and I think Carl was using Bridge, and so it's going to be a big learning curve for me with that because I'm so used to doing everything in iPhoto, and so Switch is going to be, like I said, a huge learning curve.
Yeah, Photoshop is a constant learning. There's so many things. There's so much I use Photoshop maybe 10% of the time. Lightroom will do almost everything I want to do except the cloning option for say getting rid of a pole. I still don't like it in Lightroom. It's better than what it has been, but I still don't like it. So then I'll open it up in Photoshop because then I can do it how I want, and I can do layers and different things like that that you can't do in Photoshop. But most of my stuff is just a quick little edit in Lightroom. But yeah, I mean, it definitely is like I saw Carl's video, and the whole bracketing thing where the more overexposed has more information in it. I had no clue.
Yeah.
That was new to me. I was like, oh, I just take the brackets because they have different colors. They're darker and then lighter, and then I just put them together. I didn't know anything about the information about them. So that was helpful from him.
Information then. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Yeah. So like I said, I do most of my stuff is HDR, but I don't know anything about it. I just merge the photos and edit. But I don't know why they do what they do. I just know how to do it.
Yeah.
So I have a ton to learn. So if you want, we can go back through now and Sherry, do you have a website with photos or anything?
I do. My twin sister and I were both into photography, and we have a shared portfolio. It's at shutterbitten.com.
Okay, so one of the things we're gonna has anyone here done a hangout before, like an extensive hangout with screen shares and all that stuff?
No.
Well, I have. I've done one or two, but I'm not very experienced at it. I've done the screen share. I can try a screen share if you'd like, Justin.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of. I mean, I have more options on the left since I'm the host. But one of the options is screen share, so that way you can show your work, because that's one of the things you're gonna have to probably do with Gina, is when you have your portfolio and wanting to review. She might do a screen share, like you might send it to her. I don't know how she's gonna do it, but sometimes you'll have to screen share, and so that's just one of the things we can learn now, since it's one of the things. So, Carl, do you remember how to do it?
Well, I can give it a try here. Let me click on the screen share button up here on the upper left, and it's a little different. This Mac that I'm using at the gallery is different from my Windows computer that I use at home, and I seem to have more Windows options that I can share. So, oh, hi, how you doing? Welcome. Come on in. How are you? We got more visitors to the gallery here, folks. So we're going out over the air here with this. And let me click screen share and let's see what happens here. And let's see. You know what? I don't see the window for my website that is actually running here. Let me just double check and make sure that it's back behind. No, it's not. It went away. Let me bring it up again. Pardon me here for 1 second. Let's see if I can bring it up here. You're probably seeing me on this, I'll bet. I'm not seeing me at the moment. There we go. Back to the Google Hangout, back to the screen share. Huh. Still don't see my my window with the, maybe I better do it under a new tab. Let's try that. You guys just bear with me here. I'm learning this as we go.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it now, so that way we can get it all. Let's see.
There's my website. Yeah, it's not coming up. Let me let me back out of this for a minute, because for some reason I have my website up in another tab in my browser, and I see it here on my screen. But when I try to screen share and it tells me to select a window to show in the video call, I don't see it. So let me back out and let somebody else give it a try for a minute. How's that?
Okay, so I can. So basically, all right. So everyone on the left, if you don't move your mouse, then it kind of just shows the screen. But if you move your mouse, a bunch of little icons pop up on the left side. You have a blue one that has chat, so basically we can chat back and forth. And then question answer, showcase, capture, to where if you see something on the screen you want to save, you just capture and it takes a screenshot of it essentially. The one at the top left that's green with the white arrow is the one you want to select. Once that pops up, I have two different screens. I have my iMac here and then just a display over here. So mine pops up with multiple options. I can do the Google Hangouts. I can share the screen. I can share my website. I can share the page. So I'll just select the one that has my website up, and so now I can share my screen. So anything I do on here will basically obviously mix on there. So you can't show yourself and show the screen at the same time. And so that's what this does. So that way you can go through and show, like if I go to the Google, this is the Hangout. So this is the one I was talking about where you say start on air Hangout. That's the one you select, and then it gives you options. And so that's how you guys do it. Do you guys see the green arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you guys you can screen share at the same time I am. So if you guys want to try to screen share, yeah. So Sherry, I see yours.
Okay.
So yeah, then all you would do is go through, and everyone sees what you're seeing. So then you can just go through and click on whatever you want. We can't click on your screen. So if your screen's up, I can't take over your screen and start clicking on links. It's whatever you do, we see.
Got it. All right,
And
so
then-
this is our shared portfolio. Let me type in my name so you can see just my photos. And I have 79 images on here right now. It's not a huge portfolio, but it's just some of the better stuff that I've taken. I have stuff from all over the southeast, from Charleston area. I have a lot of London photos. I went most recently in 2009, and it's a favorite subject of mine. So I do take a lot of those and process a lot of those photos. Some flower and beach photos, experimenting with black and white, some macro. Yep, that's pretty much a wide overview of what I have. If there's anything y'all want to see or you want me to click on, I'd be happy to.
I know there was one that I liked. Really, it was down more. It looked like it was an aerial shot almost.
Oh,
Not the
yeah.
plane. Yeah, there's a few of them. I like the pier on the bottom left. Well, it was on the bottom left.
This one here?
Yeah, I like piers. I like beaches. I live in California, and I never go to the beach because I'm not a big fan of sticky sand and dirty water. But
Yeah.
but I do enjoy beaches.
Yeah, this was shot down at Isle of Palms Beach. That's a private pier. Unfortunately, you cannot go on it. It's very pretty.
What kind of
Yeah.
edit? Did you use tilt shift edit for that, or?
That one, I'm trying to remember how I processed it because it was a while ago. That might have been with Photoshop. I might have done it manually myself, using selective blurring and that kind of thing. I do alternate a lot between Photoshop and Lightroom. It just depends on the photo and what I'm trying to achieve. And if I can't get there with Lightroom, I'll definitely bounce back to Photoshop because I'm very comfortable with it.
Yeah, because that's what it kind of looks like. It kind of looks like you do like a miniature effect almost.
Yeah, just a little bit on that one. I think that was just when I was starting to experiment a little bit with tilt shift. I like the effect. I didn't do a whole lot with this one, but just a little bit to focus the view on the pier itself.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, and I did have some shots looking down from the top of St. Paul's Cathedral. That might be some of the ones that you saw. That
Yeah.
one and this one here.
I like that one that the mouse is over right now.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was looking out the front from the top of St. Paul's Cathedral out at the clock tower and towards the Thames River and the London Eye.
Ah.
Yeah.
So that has a lot of stuff in it.
Oh, yeah. It's a busy city. There's a lot to capture.
Yeah, I can't wait till I'm able to travel.
Yeah, I'd like to travel more, for sure. I've only been out of the country once. Well, twice, to London, but London's the only city I've been to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my out of the country is Mexico. That's the furthest I've gone. And the only time I've ever gone across the country was to help someone move. My grandma was lived in Georgia, and she wanted to move out here, so I flew out there and then drove back, and that's basically my extent of the other side of the country.
Gotcha.
But I want to go to New York because I know people around the United States that I can go stay at. I just haven't done it because I know people in Virginia, I know people in New York, Arkansas, New Orleans. So I got places I can go, just haven't done it yet. But I need to travel more.
I'd like very much to go to Asia. I've not been to anywhere in Asia, China, Japan. There's a whole ton I'd like to see over there, but that'll
Yeah.
definitely be somewhere in the future.
Yeah. All right, Carl, do you have a, did you get it figured out with your website?
It looks like I have to, I don't see the individual windows. I have to share the entire desktop and then click on the windows. That's kind of strange. I thought I could select an individual window. Let's try this here. Let's see. Are you seeing my website now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So there I am on carlcrumley.zenfolio.com. Used to have carlcrumley.com, but that went by the wayside. I just use Zenfolio now, and I have a little slideshow that is on the introductory page. There's a shot of some moonrise over the Erie Canal here this past summer. Click on all my photos. I'm sorry, say again, Justin?
I said I like the trees.
Oh, thank you. There you go, all sorts of galleries. You say you want to come to New York. I have one gallery down here I call Upstate New York Winter, I believe. Where is it? Don't tell me I've taken it off of there. There you go, Upstate New York Winter, which is what we're experiencing now. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. Goodbye. Say goodbye to one of the visitors to the gallery here. There we go. Lots of nice shots of the snow in the wintertime. And this particular shot right here is featured in the gallery show that we have up right now. We have our holiday show going in the gallery. This particular image of the snow-covered tree is my featured photograph back in the back side of the gallery here.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Okay, let's see if I can unscreen share here. Oh,
Yeah, show the option for stop.
I see stop. Okay, I should be back now. There I am.
Yeah. Another thing that you guys can do, I know you've seen these little these little bars around here at the bottom, that you guys can set up for when people are watching that maybe not know your site. This right here, you can put whatever you want on there. You can put whatever website you want. You can put an email on there if you want.
What tab are you talking about, Justin? I don't see what you're talking about.
This little thing that says my name. Does it show my name?
Yeah, it shows your name in
Okay.
web.
Yeah, so that's just one of the things that if you guys wanted, you guys can always add. So when we do these group hangouts, if someone else, because anyone can watch these, this is a public hangout, so if anyone just happens to go through the hangouts option and see this, and they missed your website and they didn't hear it, they can see this, and I'm also going to put it in the notes as well for the site, but at least that way this is up. Yeah, Sherry's got it.
Yep.
So
How do you, is that effects or
it's
phone
under
or toolbox or?
Yeah. It's a toolbox.
yeah.
Toolbox, huh? Let me try this.
Where is my toolbox? There's my toolbox. Yeah, so I'll share. I wonder if I can do this without it freaking out. Nope, can't do it. How do I do it without it going crazy? Screen 1. Nope, can't do it. But basically, if you go to the toolbox on the left, the very first tab that has like a circle with the person in the middle of it, you'll see an option that says lower third. You just type in the information you want on there, and then you can choose your logo, whether it can be your Google Plus icon or you can choose a specific photo, and then you just turn it on, and it'll pop up.
Okay, I see it.
I'm working on it here.
This is a little Google Plus tutorial hangout.
Yeah, really. Now I've
Yeah.
turned it on, but it doesn't happen. Please enter a preset title. All right, Sherry figured it out. I can figure this out.
Yeah, this is our second time on Google Plus.
Sherry, you may have to tell me how you did that because I get it up here. It says choose logo, and I click on that and nothing happens.
Okay, you don't have to choose a logo, but up on the top right, to the right of where it says lower third, there's an on button. You can just hit the on button, and it'll show whatever you have typed in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I click on, nothing happens.
Do you have stuff typed in where it says lower third? See, BJ's got it figured out.
Yeah.
Looks like backwards.
Custom overlay. Do I have to click that on also?
No. I don't. My mind's off. I don't know what that even is. I never clicked on it. I'm gonna click on it.
It says no. Okay. I've got the lower third clicked on.
I know I really selected because I don't know what the heck it is.
I don't know what's happening here. I don't know why it's not coming up.
Let me see if I can get a screenshot for you.
I've typed in my name, typed in my web address. I've clicked the on button. Nothing happens. That's in the toolbox. I'm looking. Do I hit save? No.
There we go.
I'm betting on you telling me how to do it, Sherry.
All right. Can you see this?
Yeah.
All right. So that's the only settings that I have, and yours is set up just like this. The little on button is blue, and it has your name and your address below it, and that's it.
Yep. Looks exactly like what you show there.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea why it's not working.
I don't know. I can turn it back off. I can turn it back on.
Huh.
Still
That
nothing
part-
happens. It's not coming up.
Yeah, that part I don't know. Huh.
Well, you know, it's going to be different when I get home and work on my Windows machine. It'll probably be different, and then I have a new Mac coming in about 2 more weeks, and it'll be different again.
Haha. Macs are much better.
Yes.
No offense to the Windows people.
I have that new, the new iMac 27-inch 5K I ordered. Oh yeah, I just went crazy. I decided to treat myself this Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to treat me for Christmas, I'll give you my address.
I am a PC. I only have PCs. I work on PCs all day long.
Yeah. PCs are good for customization, I guess, because if you get an iMac, you can only change out the hard drive and the RAM. You have to buy a Mac Pro to add graphics cards and stuff like that. So sometimes software is different on Windows, and you can upgrade it more than you can in Mac. So there's pros and cons to both.
Mm-hmm.
All right, BJ, do you have a website?
No, I'm starting a blog spot, though. I thought I'd start my blog and just talk about my adventures in the Arcanum from getting into what we're doing and moving forward. So I'm going to be posting some photos in there, and for now I'm just going to use that as my website until I get something up that has more photos that are a little bit more interesting as I go along. So.
Yeah, I started a blog up maybe 3 times, but I realized I have no clue what to say. And so I do a post, and then that's all I ever do. And then I come back to I'm like, oh, I should do a blog. Everyone's doing a blog, and I do one post, and I'm like, I'm out of ideas.
Yeah, that's my problem too. I'm a terrible blogger. I don't
Yeah.
follow.
I like to write, so I'm all into it. So.
Well, I think that's the big thing too. If you're not a writer, starting a blog will not make you a writer.
That's true. That's true.
Definitely true. Because I've tried and failed, so I've accepted my losses.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I can show mine. I showed it a little bit. So my website's easy. It's just Justin Osmer Photography, which I think I'm going to change the name because it's just too long. Maybe it's just J.O. Photo. I don't know. Where I've been, this is my Utah pictures. Santa Monica. This is in Lake Havasu. On the way to Lake Havasu, right off the freeway. These are from Apple Valley. This is my favorite place to hike in our area, which is called Forest Falls, California. Awesome place up there. This is from Central California, a lake called Don Pedro. So I like it up there. Where else? This is San Francisco. I got a few from San Francisco. Another one from Utah. That's basically all I have. I have more in my galleries. It's just on the front page, but this is a majority of the stuff I like, and it's hard. It's hard for me to like my pictures because I'm very picky, and even mine, there's things that I do that I don't like. Um, and so that's why when they say critique other people's photos, I'm very picky, and so I don't typically give my opinion because I don't think it's always right. Because I don't even like my pictures. Mine are okay. But yeah, that's my site. I use SmugMug. I had Zenfolio. I've had Squarespace, but I continuously go back to SmugMug just because I like their layout better. I just like the overall layout. I can change the design. Squarespace had limitations to it that I didn't like, and Zenfolio, I don't know why I stopped them, but I think I did them for the wedding so I can sell the prints and it looked differently. But since I don't do weddings anymore, I just do landscapes. This is my work. This is what I do.
I like it. I like the night sky photography specifically. That's always something I really wanted to get into, and I've never pursued it. But those are really, really great shots.
Of the like the night?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It captures like the stars and that kind of stuff. And we really don't have good star skies over here either. It's just too much light pollution. But those
Yeah.
are really
That's how it is where I am. I have to go, if I go all the way out to Palm Springs, which is like an hour and a half away from here, then it's away from a lot of the lights and I can get it. But in Utah, like this is at the Arches National Park, and so that's far away from any main city. It's about 4 hours, 3.5 hours or so from Salt Lake, if not more.
wow.
So there's a bunch of towns around, but I mean out here you just get tons of blue sky. Blue sky. You get a ton of stars.
Yeah, that's great.
So
Yeah, that's about as far away from everything as you can get out there.
yeah. And that's why next time I go, I'm going to Zion. But yeah, that's all my stuff.
You know, Justin, you were talking about doing critiques and so forth. I sometimes do portfolio reviews and critiques here at the gallery, and I usually start out by asking people when they present their photographs to me. I said, "Do you want an honest assessment, or do you want a slap on the back that tells you how good you are?" Because if you want a slap on the back as to how good you are, you can certainly go on the internet and post photos, and you'll get great photo all day long, and little plus ones, but if you want an honest assessment of the photograph and the impact of it, I'll be glad to give you that. And you know, most of the time people opt for the honesty, and they appreciate it, and yeah, it works pretty well.
Yeah, I'm always up for honesty. If I want a slap on the back, I'll show a picture to my mom. And if she tells me it's crap, then I'm just giving up. Then I know I'm done. But yeah, I always like the honest ones and that's what I notice sometimes with professionals is they'll post stuff online. And everyone says, great shot. Sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, that shot's crap. But everyone says, like, good shot. I think they just want to, like, suck up to the pro. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I just, like, I don't see what people are seeing here. But I know that's how it is in my stuff. Because I shoot relatively what I like, but it's not what other people like, and I'm okay with that. I'm not, unless they want to buy it, that's how I say, unless they pay... if I ask for a critique, then I'm okay with the results, but if people just like to slam it, then unless they're paying for it, I don't care about their opinion. So if they want to pay me, they can buy it from me. But yeah, I'm always up for a portfolio critique from anyone. That way I know where I stand with the rest. Yeah, anytime you want to do that, Carl, I'm always open for that.
Okay, I can be
Yeah, same
brutally
here,
honest, so you have to watch out. I'll try to be tactful, but and I'm no expert. I mean, by no means am I a pro. I just I see a lot of photography, and I have a good idea what works and what doesn't work. So I give people opinions on it all the time. We have some beautiful work here in the gallery right now. I keep telling people every time we put up a new show every 4 weeks, that the show we just put up was the best that we've ever had, and each one looks better than the last one. Real pleased. I'm looking forward. I just looked through our next show here. I'm going to end up talking about the gallery all the time. All right, you're going to get bored hearing about this, but our next show is called the Magic of Light Show, and I think we have about 70 photographers that will be displaying in that one. And I went through the photographs today, and some of them just blew me away. This is going to be a really good show when we put it up over the holidays.
Yeah, some people, I mean, they have a very creative mind, and they can see it to where, like, even like composite work. People who create composite work are insanely creative. Like, they'll merge this and take a picture of this and a person here and this here and this here, and then merge it together. There's no way I can even think about doing that. I can do a building and change the sky behind it, and that's as far as my imagination goes. But composite, I tip my hat to those kind of people, because they have very creative minds. Even painting, golly.
Let me try to do a screen share here, if you don't mind, and I'll show you.
Yeah.
Some here, since I'll say, oh, okay, look, I can share that particular window. I don't know why. Let's try that and see if you can see this window when it pops up here.
Yeah. It's a book?
Yeah, this is a book. This is, let me send it, well, I'm looking at it so I can send it here. Yeah, that's photographed by a woman named Luann Perro here in Rochester. And that one just blew me away when I saw it today. Just a beautiful image.
Yeah.
Huh. Go through any other, so it just, when I shared that one, it shares that one. That's a great image. I was real pleased when I saw that one today. I even sent her a note by email and congratulated her on this image. I think this is really special.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, let me stop my screen share now. I'll get back here. Where am I? Oh, I'm back. Huh. I didn't hit the stop screen share. I just closed the window and it went away. Okay. I'm learning as I go along. I guess if you're screen sharing a particular window, then you close the window, you're back live. How about that, without having to hit stop screen share?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. Now I know. All right, do you guys have anything else, any particular thing you would like to talk about or show or bring up?
I was just curious if any of you had any kind of formal photography training, or if it's all just been kind of hobby on the side, teach yourself kind of thing.
For me, it's mainly just taught myself. I got most of my learning off of YouTube, and I just watch a ton of YouTube videos, and then I go out. But the only thing that's taught me is shooting more. Because I can watch people all day, every single day, and learn technique, look, and everything, but until I do it a ton of times, it just doesn't work. And so I can see over the years, because I know, like, I knew the basics, I understand the basics of it, but even back, if I go back a few years, it's just complete junk. But I can see the more I shoot, the better it gets. But yeah, mine's mainly been YouTube. I tried taking a class at RCC, a community college that we have here, for photography, but it didn't really teach me anything. It was teaching things I already knew, and so I got bored and left. But yeah, most of my learning, because that's how I am. I don't take classes. I don't go to school or anything like that, because I can learn everything in a book or a couple YouTube videos and then go out and do it without having to spend money and take a whole semester to learn something I can learn in 5 minutes. But it depends on the individual and how they learn. But yeah, most of my learning has been through YouTube.
Sherry, I'm like Justin, I'm pretty much self-taught now. I have taken a couple of workshops. I took a workshop. Let's see, the first one that I took was with the Rocky Mountain School of Photography out in Colorado. I took a workshop with, let's see, who was the instructor? Tim Cooper. And that was very valuable. I enjoyed that. Later, I took a workshop with a fellow called, you see, his name is Bob Evans. It's Scenic Light Photography out of California, Northern California, and that was in the Eastern Sierras. That was a great workshop. Learned quite a bit there. One thing that was really valuable for me that I did a couple of years ago, I took a 1-week course at Maine Media Workshops up in Rockport, Maine. And Stephen Johnson was the instructor. Stephen is just fabulous. I mean, what a great instructor. And that was, I had a little extra money that year, and I said, well, I can either use that money to buy a new camera, or I can spend a week with Stephen Johnson up in Maine, and boy, that was really well worth it. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was time and money well spent. So basically self-taught with the exception of a few workshops.
Gotcha. How about you, BJ?
Oh, I'm pretty much a beginner. I haven't had any formal training other than, like I said, doing a couple of Gina's Video Quest adventures and helping her on some shoots that she's gone on. I've learned a lot just being around her. So I think the immersion from that has helped in the last 6 months in my photography. But other than that, it's just been book reading and just going out there and, like Justin said, shooting what I like. So I have yet to find what I really, really like. So yeah, so I consider myself a rookie. I have a lot to learn.
Yep.
You know, it can be intimidating here in Rochester. We have the Rochester Institute of Technology, which is and of course this is the home of Eastman Kodak and the George Eastman House, the International Museum of Photography and Film is right here. So that is pretty intimidating when I have people who come into the gallery that have master's degree in photography from RIT. So there are people who certainly know a whole lot more about it than I do, and it's fun to hear some of the technical explanations from some of these folks when they start talking about the circle of confusion and things of this nature when it comes to lenses and sensors, and it's just remarkable the technology behind some of this. And I'm very fortunate to live in really the home of photography, if you think about it. Rochester really is sort of home base for photography.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I have a K1000 film camera that I want to get film for, because that's my last, I guess, remaining camera. And I got a bunch of lenses for that, but that's film. The only place that sells film around me is Walmart, and I don't like their film. But I know you can buy it online. Like there's the Impossible Project, 'cause I have a Polaroid, but it's like $20 for a pack of, I think it has like 10 slides, and that's just not worth it to me for $20 plus shipping. But yeah, I want to use my film camera more.
I went back a few years ago. I bought you can buy a film camera, a 35 millimeter film camera, very cheap on the internet. So I think I spent like less than $50 and bought a Canon film camera that I could use my lenses on. And I said, I'm going to learn how to shoot film. Went out and bought some film, and you can buy that in Rochester. Believe me, if there's any place in the world you can still buy film, it's Rochester, New York. So I found some film and shot it. And of course, the first thing, as soon as I took a shot, I wanted to review it on the LCD, and I couldn't do that. So I have no idea. And anyway, after I shot my 36 exposures, and then I ran it over to a local film developing store here in town. You can still do that here in Rochester also. And I got my photographs back, and I said, well, gee, I wonder what I did on this one. I wonder what the setting was on this one. You know, I'm so used to having the EXIF data that I can take a look at in digital. It was really quite a change to have film and have no idea unless you take notes as to what you did, how you shot it.
Yeah.
Just a learning experience. And what I learned was the film camera went in the bottom drawer of the desk, and it's still there 2 years later. I don't think I'll pull it out again. Digital is the way to go for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like film because it's classic and it's challenging, because I have no clue what it looks like until I get it done. But that's where I learned the Sunny 16 rule, was from shooting film. And then you have to know the triangle for all the exposure triangle really well. I mean, you have to know it for digital, but I mean, you can kind of guess a little bit better with digital, to where with film you have to know it to be able to shoot well.
Two of our partners here in the gallery actually still shoot with film, and they displayed their film work. In fact, I don't think you can't see it behind me right now where I'm located. But Gary and Phyllis Thompson both shoot with film. Gary has a medium format film camera, and they take some fabulous photographs. It really is amazing to see. So it can be done, that's for sure. There's some people that know how to do it here in Rochester.
Yeah, there's a handful I know that are out still shooting weddings using film, and they're able to charge a ton more because of shooting with film. So that's always another area, try to make some extra cash. But weddings, has anyone shot weddings here? Just me?
No, I have a lot of friends that shoot weddings, but I've never done it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
I've had people ask me to do it, and I always tell them, I say, I'm a landscape photographer. And if I need to take a photograph of a tree, the bridegroom stands there, a shot of the tree, maybe shot of the bride. And that usually scares them away. I think wedding photographer. So I've managed to. I did have one friend of mine when I lived out there, would not take no for an answer when she was wet. So I agreed to agree, and then I hired a professional photographer to do it for me, and then I was able to sit with my camera and not have to worry about every time I wedding gift doing.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, most of the ones I shot were friends and family, but I won't do. If I did another one, it wouldn't be friends or family, just because. For one, they're cheap, and they expect it to be cheaper since you're friends or family. But for two, if you mess up, then they know you, and it could damage the friendship. Where if it was just a client, I can always try to make it up to the client and offer this or offer that. But if it's a friend or a family member, they're like, "We trusted you, we chose you," and I'm like, "I want to do it. You asked me to do it." So I typically don't do it. Like my friend asked me to do Christmas shots for him and his family, and I told him no, because I don't know group posing. And like if you just want the guys, everyone to stand there, and I just go and snap a shot, sure I can do that, but I'm not going to pose anyone. I don't know how. So I was into that for a while, and then kind of got out of it. Because dealing with people is just it's harder, but that's why I don't make any money at it. So. Pros and cons.
Yeah.
All right, BJ. Anything else you want to say?
No, I just be cutting in and out. I think next. But I really get the chance to know you all a little better and enjoying this hangout.
Yeah, I'm excited for what's going to come out of it. I like seeing people grow, so seeing where they start and then moving along the process. Like I can't wait to see where everyone's level 20 work is going to be at, and then where mine's going to be at. I mean, I got to shoot everything with my iPhone, so we'll see how I do on that. But yeah, I'm excited to see everyone gradually grow a little bit at a time, so you can see them in every stage. That's what I like about a community. Instead of just saying being a one-on-one with the master and everyone has a one-on-one, but no one sees what everyone else is doing.
Thank you very much.
I don't really like that, but I like the option of seeing everyone as they first post and then seeing them, okay, they're level 12 now, what are they posting? That's so much better than what they posted. So, I like how it's a
You're done.
so
Lock the front door, please.
that's why I figured it'd be a good idea to do this, since we're all going to be growing in photography together, have a hangout and chit-chat and learn a little bit more about each other, and we'll do plenty more of these. So if any one of you wants to host the next one, just find out when it works best for everyone and create an event, and then we'll try to get more people in, some of the newer, because we're all from the beginning. We're the first few that were selected, so
Right.
get the other people who are just starting to come in to get them involved and learn more about them and grow.
Right.
So yeah, DJ, do you want to do the next one?
Yeah, I'll do the next one.
All right.
Looking for maybe Saturday, so we'll end up having on a Sunday morning. It'll be on a Sunday. It would still be on a weekend.
I'm having trouble understanding. Is anyone else hearing the echo?
Yeah, I'm hearing an echo over here.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I don't hear it. Maybe it's me.
Yeah, maybe I'm muting yours, Justin, if that stops.
Where?
And then let BJ talk.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and set up Saturday evening. See how that works. See if we can get some more people in that are in other countries.
Uh-oh.
It'll be Saturday evening our time, and we'll see how that goes. Does everybody like that idea?
I think
Yeah.
yeah, Saturday's fine. I don't know about evening because I know we have some people overseas who that would be pretty late for them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the hard part is if we do it at noon, then it's 5 o'clock for someone somewhere else, and then it's 7 a.m. for someone somewhere else. So I mean, if we do it like at say 10 in the morning, then the other person has to wake up like at 5. But I mean, sooner that's the hard part. If it's just one-on-one, then it's easier to set up. But when you got 10 people doing a hangout, I mean, it's gonna that's the challenging part.
Is
Yeah.
it possible for us to do a poll in our community to see, like, is there a window of time that works better for most people?
Yeah, I'll put out days and different time slots and see where we can get the most to come in.
Hey guys, I'm sorry if you suddenly saw the lights go out. The lights in the gallery don't go now. It's 4 o'clock, so it automatically went off. I'm in the dark here now.
You got a flashlight.
We have some pretty intense lighting. We try to save money and turn the lights off as chance we get. With 88 LED lights in the gallery, that can run up the electric bill very quick.
Oh yeah.
We're getting a lot of sound feedback again.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I've got echo on you now too, Sherry.
Yeah, I'm hearing an echo on everyone.
Oh, there it stops. So maybe it is when Justin mutes that it works.
I think
Blame it on me.
the microphone is too sensitive.
Hey Sherry, I see your friend behind over your shoulder back there.
Oh, what do I have behind me? Oh, that's a picture of a cat, I think, that you're seeing.
Yeah, I like your friend. I have a cat too. I'm sure in one of our video meetups at some time we'll see my cat come walking through too.
Yeah, I actually have 2 cats right now. That picture is a cat that I lost last year, so I have her picture right there in my room. But yeah, that's all I've got left of her.
Oh no, that was there was a live cat walking around behind you there a minute ago.
Oh yeah, I have 2 of them in here right now. They've been bothering me this entire time.
All right. Well, if anyone else has anything else you could say, we can say it, or we'll just meet up at the next hangout, maybe Saturday or Friday or whatever works out. But I mean, because with me, Sunday and Monday are my 2 best days because those are the days I have off. I work Tuesday through Saturday, but my schedule varies. Some days I can have 2 appointments, other days I can have 5. They vary between 10 in the morning and 7:30 at night. So it really all. If it's a weekday, I won't know till that day what the schedule will be. They let me know midnight the night before. So, but yeah, I mean, I've been in this one, so if I can't make it to the next one because of work, then BJ's hosting, so that way the show will still go on. So then that way, if sometimes people can't make it, then at least we still have someone else to run it. And I'm sure Gina will start to get, if she's available weekdays, so we'll probably do some in the weekdays, so then that way she can be involved. But yeah, as of now, then BJ will post the poll, and we'll find out which day works best for everyone, and then that's the next time we'll all do a hangout.
It sounds good.
All right.
Great getting to chat with y'all.
Yes, it was great meeting everyone face to face, kind of, I guess you might say.
Bye bye. See you
All
guys.
right. See you guys later.